Raj. We discussed up to here, and we were about to start. You know, these all sections we discussed at the 6 different kinds of ways to find out the place of supply. And if those which are not covered on the previous, so it will come as separate: import into India and export into India, which is considered the place of supply. So if it is import to India, location of the importer, and export to India, location of the outside India. So IGST will be levied. Okay, so this we discussed, and the next is place of supply in case of services. So far we discussed with goods. Next comes services. So here the two things need to be considered. Okay, so the place of supply of service, where location of the supplier and recipient is in India. So this section 12, of the IGST, Integrated GST Act 2017. So this deals with comes under section 12. So here there are two you could see under the subsection 1, there are two things you have to remember: place of supply for service of the following two concepts. So one is location of the recipient of the service and location of the supplier of the services. These two things are very important, which need to be considered. So under that, under each one, you could see these two kinds, no? So here under each one, location of the recipient of the service. So section 2, subsection 14 of the IGST Act, the definition of the location of the recipient of the service divided into 4 sub clauses. It's divided into 4. And it means location of the recipient of the service, the person who receives the service. So example, recipient of service and the location of the recipient of the service. So this is we just discussed now here. We'll discuss here, and later we'll look at the solved problems. Then we have a better understanding. The first one you could see: services received at a place of business where registration is obtained. So it is something where the location of the business services received. Okay, the services received in a particular place of a business where registration is obtained. It's a place where your business has you have registered. That itself is then the location of the such place of business will be considered. Next comes service received at a fixed establishment. So there is a fixed establishment is there, service is received over there. Okay, there is a particular place and it has been established, over there you are getting the service, then location of that fixed establishment is considered. Then services received at more than one establishment. Okay, so if there are more than one locations, okay, are there, okay, and received in a particular location, then the location of establishment most directly concerned with the recipient of the supply. So out of those locations, which is the most connected or concerned with a particular supply or service, okay, the recipient of the supply will be considered. Then comes service received at other than the above 3 ABC. If it is received above other than the anything else, which falls under the last category. So the location of a usual place of residence of the recipient. This will be like in the above 3 cases, it does not fall the case. Then the fourth one will be the location of the usual place of residence of the recipient. So where is the recipient, the person who is receiving the service is residing. Okay, so that location is considered. Okay, next you look at location of the supplier of the service. So this you saw, okay, this you saw is the recipient of the service. Agree? So here supplier of the service. So section 2, subsection 15 deals with this. So here supplier service, supplier of service. Supply is made from a place of business where registration is obtained. Supply is done from the location where the registration of the business is done. Example, registration of the business is done in Mumbai. Okay, then the location of the service is supplied from there. So that is considered as the location of such place is a place of business. Okay, the location of the supply of service is considered as the location of such place of business. Second case B, supply is made from a fixed establishment. So that location is considered. Third, supply is made from more than one establishment. Okay, the location of which is most directly connected with the provisions of the supply, that location is considered as a place of supply of the services, supply services. Then a service received at the other than above 3 ABC. So the location or the usual place of the residence of the supplier. Over there it was the residence of the recipient. Okay. Okay, you could see the receivers agree. So here you could see the conditions almost same, but the location of the usual place of the supplier is considered. So this deals with the place of supply service in the default section. So it relates us to section 12 of subsection 2. Okay, it's only section 12 and subsection. There are other sections. Section 12 3 to section 12 subsection 14. 3 to subsection 2, 14 subsection. If it is not applicable, these conditions need to be fulfilled. So this section 12 subsection 2. Let's look at that default section. Here you are going to find out the place of supply. Many cases you might use the short form POS. POS is nothing but the place of supply of service. Place of supply. Okay. So look at the place of supply here. Okay. Section 12 subsection 2. Example. Transaction covered under section 12 subsection 3 to section 12 subsection 14 of the IGST Act. Whether this transaction covered under that? No. If this is not covered under this, that means only separate this. So no, then supply made to a registered person, because please remember, when you make a supply to the another person who is also GST registered, is also very important. Okay. So what happens? So you have supplied the services. Supply made to a registered person. If supply made to a registered person condition says yes, you have made a supply to a registered person. Okay, then if it is yes, the place of supply will be location of the service recipient. Place of supply, which what is the place of supply? Place of supply will be where the services is received by the recipient, or location of the service recipient. Okay, location of, please look at here, place of supply will be location of the service receiver or a recipient. Okay. Okay, so means registered person. Example, now once again, supply made to a registered person. No, you are not made to a supply to a registered person. Supplier has not made a supply to a registered person. No, whether address of the recipient on record exists. Example, is a unregistered person, but his address is there. Address of the recipient is available with us. Address of the recipient is available. If address of the recipient is available, then yes, if it is available, then same thing. Place of supply will be location of the recipient. But if the receiver's address is not available, no. See, look at here. If the receiver's address is not available, no, then place of supply will be location of the supplier of service. Please look at here clearly. Location of the supplier of service. This is not the, in the case if the receiver's address is not available, is unregistered person and his address details are not available, does not exist, then place of supply will be supplier's location. Okay, place of supply will be location of the supplier of the service. So please remember, supplier of the service will be, place location of the supplier of the service will be considered. So please be thorough. It's easy to understand, nothing big deal in that. Okay, you have to see that whether it's been supplied to a registered person, yes, then this. If it is a unregistered person, even though he is an unregistered person, but still address is available, same rule, place of the recipient. But when the recipient address is not available, then place of supplier is the location of the supplier is considered. Example, transaction covered under the section, yes, this one, yes. Place of supply of the service will be determined as per the respective provisions, because section 12 subsection 3 to section 12 subsection up to 14, each one has a different provisions. Okay, and rest all will fall under this default category, normal, and it is a specific wise after from section 12 to subsection 3 to section 12 subsection 14, there are its own provisions and it will be calculated according to those provisions. Okay, so please remember that this is not required. Okay, so value of the supply, I'm not going to discuss, because here I'm not going to cover everything in the place of supply. Place of supply services we are dealing with. It's a basic about it. and we look at the lot of examples in the other material. So this unit covers time of supply, place of supply, and the value of supply, because this value of supply is being discussed in the previous chapter, unit 2, and all the problems we have discussed, we have seen that. Please refer that, because once again they have mentioned here, calculate the value of supply, but we have already done that. So we are not going to cover. That's the reason I'm clearly mentioned that it's all things have we already discussed in the in the previous chapter. Okay. So I'll go to the new share. We'll discuss. Okay. So in the PPT in the previous class we have seen these things we discussed here. You look at that. I'll show once again. I'll take you back. With this is related to place of supply of goods. Okay. Now we will go back once again to look at few examples on place of goods. These things we discussed in the PPT. I mentioned all these things. These things I explained you everything in the PPT. I mentioned that, and each one we elaborated separately. We discussed separately with one examples. One example we discussed. Okay, so these things we discussed is there already. Is is all examples we discussed. Okay, here under supply does not involve movement of goods. Okay, so this one involve movement of goods. So in that case, we have discussed one example, but we look at one more example. Okay, so here Messrs. Karina Limited incorporated in Mumbai and own a godown in Chennai. Okay, Messrs. Karina Limited incorporated in Mumbai and own a godown in Chennai. Mr. M of Mumbai approached Messrs. Karina Limited of Mumbai for purchase of goods lying in godown at Chennai. Mr. M further informs that he does not want delivery of the goods in Mumbai. Okay. Messrs. Karina Limited issues the invoice for sale of goods in Mumbai. Find the place of supply of goods and levy of tax. So here what you are going to see from the problem is that Messrs. Karina Limited is in Mumbai, is the supplier. Okay. Mr. M of Mumbai is a buyer who is also in Mumbai only. Okay. Messrs. Karina Limited has a business in Mumbai, but they have a go down in Chennai. And Messrs. M of Mumbai also, he wants to Karina, Messrs. Karina Limited not to supply goods, but deliver it to the Chennai itself. Because even Mr. M also wants that goods lying in the godown at Chennai. He wants to purchase the goods lying in the Chennai itself. And it's been clearly mentioned that he does not want delivery of the goods to Mumbai. That means he does not want the delivery of the goods need to be done to the Mumbai, even though the receiver is in Mumbai. He says that from Chennai Goda, I want to purchase the goods. So in this case, what is the place of supply? Okay, because here it does not involve the movement of goods. So here it's been clearly elaborated. So the answer is Chennai. Okay, the place of supply of goods is Chennai, because the reason is that where you have sold, because he said that don't supply the goods to Mumbai. So Chennai only he is going to ready to purchase. That means place of supply of goods which has happened in Chennai. So here you look at for a detailed elaboration, understanding. Messrs. Karina, okay, principal office is in Mumbai. Buyer is also in Mumbai. Okay, Messrs. Karina's godown is in Chennai. He supplies the goods in the Chennai only to Mr. M. Okay, then, okay, so what happens? Okay, so here you could see Mr. M has directed the Messrs. Karina to deliver goods at Chennai only. So the goods have been supplied in Chennai itself. That means, okay, the place of supply of goods is Chennai, but IGST will be levied because where they have registered Mumbai, where the supply of goods is done Chennai. So interstate. So IGST will be levied. So location of such goods at the time of delivery to the recipient where supply does not involve movement of goods. Okay, the place of supplier is irrespective of the location of the buyer and seller. So this is how we need to calculate in case of where there is no movement of goods. One more example is here. Messrs X Limited has a place of business in Chennai. Being an NBFC, NBFC you are aware, non-banking finance company or corporation, given an asset under financial lease to Messrs ABC Limited of Chennai. The said asset so far used by Messrs ABC Limited in their factory located at Hyderabad. At the end of the lease period, the said asset acquired by Messrs ABC Limited at a nominal amount. Find the place of supply of goods and levy of GST. See, this problem tells you about Messrs X Limited is a NBFC, okay, which is into leasing services, and they have given a machine one asset to the as a leasing to Messrs ABC Limited of Chennai, but both are Chennai. X Limited also in Chennai, located in Chennai, and the lease who has taken a lease is Messrs ABC Limited, who is also in Chennai, but the asset is located in Hyderabad. But actually the machine, whatever the asset is in located at Hyderabad. But after the completion of the lease period, what happens? After the completion of the lease period, ABC Limited feels that I want to acquire that asset. So it acquired the asset at the nominal amount. And they are asking find out the place of supply of goods and levy of GST. So clearly it visible that the asset is located at Hyderabad. That means, and it is sold now. That means the place of supply, okay, where the goods is received, place of supply is in Hyderabad, and where the NBFC is located at Chennai. So it is like the place of supply is Hyderabad, okay. So that means it's going to fall under the interstate and IGST will be levied. But actually the movement of goods is not there. From one place to another place, movement of goods is not there. Okay, so it's been given. Since there is a no movement of goods from one place to another, provision, this section IGST is applicable. Okay, so please be aware, this kind of problems if you come across, it will clearly give. You have to understand that in the place of supply, if they ask you, please be clear, okay, where the Messrs X Limited is there, where the supplier, where the buyer, the address, and please look at where the asset is been placed and where it has been delivered or sold. Okay, so and accordingly, you need to find out. Okay, next, okay, these are the things I mentioned in next one. These all things I mentioned in our PPT. Okay, these all we discussed, and this related to goods and supply of on vessel and conveyance. Okay, the fourth one. Okay, so one example, this I mentioned in my PPT. This I did not. Let's discuss. Mr. C of Chennai supplied goods to Messrs SpiceJet Airlines of Chennai, flying between Delhi to Mumbai. The goods are loaded. The goods are loaded in the aircraft in Delhi. Find the place of supply of goods and levy of tax. Here, see, in this case, where the goods have been boarded on the vessel or a train or the truck, it's more important. We discussed in the previous class. So here, in this problem, it has been clearly given. C company is in Chennai, which supplies goods to SpiceJet Airlines of Chennai. Both are in Chennai. Supplier and the receivers are companies are in Chennai. The flight is flying between Delhi to Mumbai. Okay, the flight flies between these two locations, Delhi to Mumbai, and where the goods have been loaded to the flight in Delhi. Okay, goods have been loaded in the Delhi. So what is the place of supply of goods? So place of supply of goods will be, you could see here, Delhi, because where the goods have been loaded to the flight is considered is the location, place of supply of, it's the place of supply of goods. Okay, so what is the tax applicable? IGST. Okay, because Mr. C is Chennai. Is in Chennai, agree? The supplier is of Chennai. Goods have been loaded in Delhi. So IGST is applicable. Okay, please understand this. Okay, this is how you need to calculate the place of supply of goods. Okay, next these things we discussed. Okay, so these are the few examples under place of supply of goods. But now comes place of supply of in case of services. We discuss in the PPT now. We discuss these points. Okay, these points I discussed now. Let's look at the examples. Okay, so just we discuss these points. Okay, these points we discussed in the PPT. So let's look at the example. Okay, one example. Messrs X Limited has entered into an agreement with Messrs Y Limited to maintain air conditioners. Messrs X Limited has air conditioners located in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Messrs Y Limited has appointed subcontractors for the purpose of providing the services of maintenance of air conditioners installed in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. The maintenance and repair work undertaken by the subcontractor, who is a supplier of service in the given case. So what you come across, what you come to know in this problem is that Messrs X Limited is the receiver of the service, and he wants that his air conditions are located in different locations, like it's been mentioned, like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana, and different location his air conditions are there. And Messrs X Limited gives the order, tells the Messrs Y Limited. Messrs Y Limited is in the service of servicing the air conditioners, maintenance of air conditioners. And what Mr. Y, who is supposed to provide a service, he gives once again another subcontract. Okay, because Messrs Y gives one more subcontract to the at the different locations to other company to go and service the air conditions located at a different locations. And the subcontractor contractor goes and undertakes all the servicing of the or maintenance of the air conditions. So tell me, what is the okay? So what is considered here? Who is the supplier of the service here? So please remember, Messrs Y Limited is the supplier of the service. Even though, please remember, even though service he has not given, subcontractors of Messrs Y Limited has provided the service. Still, we are not going to be bothered about subcontractors. Okay, okay. So, but Messrs Y Limited will be the person who has supplied the service, who has provided the service. Okay. So actually the service is provided by the subcontracting agency on behalf of the Messrs Y Limited. But here they are asking who is the supplier of service, who is the supplier of the service. So here for us, Messrs Y Limited. Okay, Messrs Y Limited is the supplier of service, even though he gave subcontract to others. Doesn't matter. Okay, who has delivered the service, who has given the service, but he is the person who has taken up the responsibility to from by the Messrs X Limited. So that's the reason supplier of the service is Messrs Y Limited. So this flow chart we discussed now, just now. Okay, let's look at this for a better clarity. So that's as I already said, POS means short form place of supply. Okay, place of supply. So let's look at the first one. In the same thing, this only discussed here. Supply of service to a registered person. Okay, supply of service. You supply the service to a registered person. Example: Mr. C is in Chennai, who is a registered person, supplies the service to Mr. D in New Delhi, who is also a registered person. Okay. So then, what is the place of supply? Okay. So place of supply of the service is equal to location of the recipient of the service. So place of supply means what? Where the service is received, by the recipient, the location where the service is received by the recipient is considered as the place of supply. That means Delhi. So Delhi is the place of supply of service. Place of supply of service. And IGST will be is applicable because it's the interstate Chennai to Delhi. So integrated GST is levied. Okay, levy of the tax is IGST. Next one, supply of service to a unregistered. Please look at, now we discussed registered person. Okay, now service is been supplied to a unregistered person. Okay, but this is very important, where the address on record exists. So address of the receiver is available. So let's look at Mr. C of Chennai, a chartered accountant, registered is a registered person. Okay, now taxable supply of the service other than these sections. Okay, it's all dealing with that. So Mr. D in New Delhi, who is an unregistered person, So in this case, it says that what is the place of supply from registered person to unregistered person, but the address is of the receiver is address of the recipient of the service is available. So place of supply will be location of the recipient as per the records where the address is recorded on the records exists. So that means Delhi is the place of supply and IGST will be levied. So IGST will be levied. So please remember, what do you mean by address on record exists? What do you mean by address on the? So it's been clearly mentioned here. Address on record means the address of the recipient as available in the records of the supplier. Please remember this. So if somebody asks, what do you mean by address on record exists? Address on record exists means address of the receivers of the supplier. Address of the recipient of the supplier is available in the records of the supplier. Okay, so that is considered as a address on record exists. Next one, third one, supply of service to an unregistered person where the address on record does not exist. Record not exist. So Mr. C of Chennai is a watch mechanic, is a registered person. Mr. D, who is an unregistered person, who is in Delhi, but address is not available with the supplier. With Mr. C, the address of the D is not available. Then in that case, the place of supplier service will be very important. Look at here, Chennai. So suppliers of the services location itself is considered as the place of supply of service. So tax will be levied is what? CGST. Look at here, not IGST. Because we have considered the location of the supplier itself as the place of supplier. As a place of supply, we consider the supplier's location itself as the place of supply. That's the reason CGST and SGST is applicable, IGST is not applicable. Because the reason is we do not know the Mr. D Delhi's address. But in these cases, we were aware, even though he was unregistered here, he was registered, it was clear. But in this case, it is not clear. Okay, so that's the reason. Please be thorough with these three segments. What you are seeing here. No, same thing has been explained here in these three in an elaborated manner. Okay, I want you be available clearly with this. Anybody has any doubt, you can ask me in between. You can unmute yourself and ask me, because I only keep on speaking here. Okay, let's look at the few of the examples here. Okay, so like this, we are going to have a lot of things to discuss here. So let's look at place of supply of service directly in relation to a immovable property. Okay, so place of supply with related to the immovable property. Okay. So like example here, nature of service. These are the nature of service is given. Architects, interior decorator, surveyors, engineers and other related experts or estate agents. Any service provided by way of grant of rights to use immovable property for carrying out a coordination of a construction work. Okay. So any services ancillary to these services. So these are the services. In any other services which related to these kind of services as well. What is the place of supply of service? In those cases, what you are going to consider as a place of supply of service. Okay. So here, so the place of supply will be based on immovable property located or intended to be located in India. So location of immovable property, okay, outside India means location of the recipient. So what it clearly says that if it is within India, location of the immovable property is considered as the place of supply. Example, you are constructing a house, okay, in Chennai. So if somebody is constructing a house in Chennai, an architect has given the service, okay, to the particular construction work, you know, at Chennai. That means where the location of the immovable property is located in Chennai. Agree? The construction or the house is been there, it's there in the Chennai. So in that case, the location of the immovable property means is considered as a place of supply of service. Chennai is the place of supply of services. Okay. So if it's outside India, so outside India, location of the recipient. Okay, where the location? The person who received the example, you have given a service outside India, but the location of the person matters. Where that person belongs to. Okay, location of the receiver, where he has received the service, is considered as a place of supply. Okay, let's look at the example. Mr. X, located in Chennai, engaged the services of Mr. Y, an architect in Chennai. Mr. X requests him to make a design or of residential complex to be constructed in Cochin, Kerala. Mr. Y provide drawing and design services in relation to the immovable property located at Chennai. Located at Cochin. Find the place of supply of services and levy of tax. Okay. So what you could see here from this problem, Mr. X is located in Chennai. Okay, who is constructing the house, and Mr. Y is an architect who is also in Chennai. Mr. X has requested Mr. Y, who is an architect, okay, please give me a designs to my house which I am going to build at Cochin, Kerala, because your immovable property house will be built in Cochin, okay, Kerala. So now they are asking, so find out the place of survey and the tax. So it says clearly that the location of the immovable property, place of supply of service in this category is location of the immovable property, that is Cochin, where the house is constructed at Cochin. So that means your, okay, so the place of supply will be Cochin. IGST will be levied. IGST is liable to pay by Mr. Y, because Mr. Y is supplying the service, architect, design and all. Mr. Y has supposed to pay IGST because he is in Chennai providing a service in Cochin. Okay, so I hope you clear with this. Okay, this is how need to be considered. But we have to thoroughly read it, regular. And few seconds left now. Okay, please mail me or send me the WhatsApp, anything, you can talk to me if you have any doubts, any support is required. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. Take care.